Now it's time to bring in our next guest, David Stearns, president and founder of Stearns Retirement Group, a retirement income store located right outside of Athens, Georgia, right near Atlanta. He's been working with retirees and near retirees now for over 20 years. Dave, great to have you back on the show today.
Thank you, Dave. Good to be here.
So, the income store, you didn't always use the income model with your clients. You had more of a growth model like many of us did in the past. Tell our viewers why you love the income model so much for your clients and why you think it's just the right thing to do.
Well, I really saw firsthand back during the financial crisis, 2007, 8, and 9. I saw firsthand a lot of clients who were trying to get income from growth. And I saw their income streams decimated, and I saw retirement dreams change and hopes change when that happened, because at that point, they didn't have the growth for income and they didn't have any income for income. And so they were forced with a decision: do they consume their principal or do they really reduce their income? And so that was when I really began to change my model completely.
Yeah, that's what I call engineering income, trying to turn growth into income. And you're right, it works. It works when it works, when markets cooperate, but then when it stops working, it gets really bad. So in simple client terms, what are the biggest benefits for your clients with you having the income model and being part of the income store?
Well, I think there are great benefits. As I think about that question, it's almost like the benefits for me are the same for my clients. And what I mean by that is at the income store, we have a lot of expertise. We have chartered financial analysts that have a lot of years of experience in what I call pure income investing, not just throwing people in bond funds because it's easier, but really designing an income portfolio in the purest way. So we've got expertise, we've got collaboration, we've got a network, we've got passion. All of the income store franchisees, all of the folks that do the investing, we share a common goal and a passion for developing income for retirees. And so my retired clients benefit from that. But, Dave, they also benefit from some pretty big paychecks that they really like. And so that's a big benefit to them additionally.
So when you say the benefits for you as a company are the same as the benefits for your clients, all that expertise, behind the lines, you kind of got into the internal workings of how the engine works. But I think at the end of the day, what you're saying is if you have a strategy that gives consistent income, your clients can feel good and they can rest. You as an advisor can rest because you're not trying to engineer income and, oh my goodness, what happens if the market goes sideways? You could feel good believing about what you're doing and be relatively stress-free, as can they. I mean, those are the real benefits for both you as the advisor as well as your clients, correct?
Absolutely. Yeah, that's very well said. And as a fiduciary, I want to be in congruence with my clients. I want to win when they win. And the income model really, really allows that to take place.
And you don't mean you want to be incongruent, you want to be incongruence. You want to be congruent with your clients. I want to make sure everybody heard that well, the way you meant it to be said.
Yep.
Good. So we got a little bit over a minute left. Looking at where we are today with the markets and the economy and everything else, what are your best words of wisdom right now today for those income generation members that are watching the show at this very moment?
Well, I'm hopeful that 2020, the markets are going to grow. I mean, I think it's going to be a decent year in the stock market. I do think that there's the wild card of the election, and typically the markets react after the election. And so we might see a good solid year if the markets react upward. But the reality is that the folks that are watching this show, my clients included, the paychecks need to keep coming in regardless of what happens with the stock market. And so my encouragement would be, when the upside is little and the downside is great, don't invest in the market what you need to be generating income. Get started now and keep an eye on interest rates, which we think are going to remain low for a while. So income investing, it's a perfect storm right now for income investing, and that would be my encouragement.
So in other words, even if you
paychecks.
think the market's going to go up 20, 30% next year, it may not. So if you're part of the income generation, be careful what you speculate with. I think those are good words of advice. And David, thanks so much for being back on the show. We really appreciate it.
Good to be with you, Dave. Thanks.
And you stay with us too. We'll be right back here coming up in just a moment on the Income Generation.